right, so we're going to start, and we're going to continue with unintentional limp. And we're going to try it because we're going to see if you can feel it on yourself first. So we're going to start out with a little bit of motion work. Just careful of the tripod. Some of the kids knocked it over and broke it, so we had to make do. But I want you to start out by walking. So just start walking around the room. See what it feels like to walk. See if your eyes have to look down. See if you're heavy on one foot more than the other. If you're creating an unintentional limp by going heavy on one foot, light on the other. And see if you can balance it out. Actually, you don't even try to have to balance it out. Just be aware of it because everyone's heavy on one foot. And it's typically, for most right-handed people, it will be your left leg that you're heavy on. You're going to have one leg that you step up on, you're going to have one leg that you step down on. And that's just habituated from the way we work and the way we move and the way we save energy. Okay? Come back to your space. We're going to stand. We're not going to correct our stance just yet. And I just want you to shift your hips side to side. Notice what it feels like going side to side. Is one side easier to go to? That will be the side of your unintentional limp, and for most of you, it will be your left side. You will be right. Do you guys feel it? There's going to be some side that you sneak into easier than you sneak to the other side. So this is how unintentional limp starts happening. It happens in the way we stand, like we're trying to do the cool stance. And then that cool stance becomes habituated, and suddenly we're walking like that too, and we don't notice that it creeped into how we walk. So we're going to correct that now. Feet parallel. Hips width apart. This is your ASIS. This is your pubic symphysis. Midway in between is hips width apart. So narrow up your stance more than you think. Push down with big toe and the corresponding metatarsal head. Outer four toes and the corresponding metatarsal heads, but especially that pinky toe. And finally, your heel. 1/3 the weight through the balls of your feet, 1/3 the weight through your toes, and 1/3 the weight through your heels. As we slightly bend the knees, turn the knees out. We're turning the lower half of the body into springs as we get into athletic ready posture. We're going to elongate through our torso and unlock the head. So the other thing that's been coming up this week is the natural athlete versus the trained athlete. There's two types of athlete. There's the natural athlete that everything comes to them naturally. The problem with the natural athlete is when they get hurt because they usually give up. Once they get injured, they tend not to continue their sport. We're dealing with a couple of clients that way. Two of them are wrestlers and they got injured wrestling and that's it, they stop because they got an injury and they don't know how. A trained athlete goes through all the steps of going, oh, I have to do this and then I have to train this part of our body. And then they know all the stages, so when they get injured, they just go back a step or two or three, and then they can get back to athletic ready activities. And but once a natural athlete gets injured, it's kind of end the game. So we're going to get you out of any natural athletic abilities that you have, and one of the biggest ways that we do that is compensation. So as you're standing here, I want you to lower down, knees bent, abs nice and tight, and notice if you're compensating. Notice if the weight's heavy in one heel and one forefoot, try to make it 50-50. Notice if you're not using your toes. Notice if your hips are tucked under and have not drifted back. Notice if your abs have shut off. See if your shoulders are not drawing back equally. See if your head likes staying forward, get it over the top of your body. Let's try to remove anything that feels like compensation. Draw your arms back, arms come to your sides, find the seams of your pants, or what would be your seams of your pants, and then you're just going to do a few squats. I want you to feel what that feels like. Keep the abs engaged.
Don't forget to smile up.
Very nice. What number is that?
13.
I knew that. We're going to go 15, 16. How many is that?
18.
Okay, we'll do 20.
20!
Okay, now that we got that, we're going to go into our simple stretch. We're going to open up the calf because we're going to see how important that calf is into a lot of what we think is functioning of other parts of our body, like our neck and our hips and our low back. Abs are engaged, you're sucking your tummy. We're going to stretch forward. This is opening up your gastroc. You're breathing. Jaws relaxed.
Oh, and if anyone's interested in coming to the stretch class on Sunday, we are going to start at 7:45.
7:45. 7:45. Just 15 minutes earlier. What number is that?
10.
Okay, here we go. You're going to do a hip circle here. I want you to move it around. Your goal is to what's called circumduct your hip. So I want hip motion. I don't want neck motion. I don't want shoulder motion. I do want hip motion. Like you're moving that ball and socket. Let's see, it would be this way, ball and socket joint. Within the joint, your abs are engaged.
10.
Opposite direction. Keep breathing. Yeah, everyone says they get up early. We'll see if you really get up early.
10.
Okay, you're gonna reach back behind you. This is gonna be strange. You're gonna grab a hold of your right foot. Got it, Gillen? Okay, abs are nice and tight. Okay, and once again, you're gonna do your hip circle. This forces you to use only one hip. And it also stretches out now your rectus femoris. Abs are nice and tight. I will help you. This is what needs work on you.
Opposite direction.
There it is. Hip circle it.
10.
Okay, good. Good. Lower that leg down. We're going to stretch forward. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to lean forward, suck in that tummy. You're going to push your hip, what feels like going off to the left. Both legs are straight. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in that tummy. Straight spine. And go into the hip. Wow. Everything's happening at once. Suck in your tummy.
10.
Good. We're going to come back up. You're going to push your hips way forward, suck in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. You should feel a lot of tension release out of your hip joint. Suck in that tummy. And then we're going to switch sides. We're going to start out with the same thing. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in that tummy. You're going to pump those hips forward. Smiles are up. Keep breathing. Never fails. The beauty of having air conditioning. We can shut the door. Okay. Hip circle it. Abs are nice and tight. Notice if one calf is tighter than the other. This is a gastroc, so important for head positioning and ab stabilization.
Opposite direction.
Thank you. Okay. What number is that?
7.
See, I was just checking in.
9. 10.
Okay, and then just reach back. We're going to grab a hold of that leg and then hip circle it. Once again, we're looking to circumduct the hip. I will help you, don't you worry. The balance will be hard because you're being forced to stay in your hip and not compensate. Suck in that tummy.
10. Opposite direction.
Yes, that's exactly what I was about to say. Suck in that tummy.
10.
Okay. We're going to keep both legs straight. You're going to flex forward, push your hip out to the right. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Keep breathing. There you go. This is where we really want to get into the deeper portion of your hip. Send your hip this way. Otherwise, stick this booty cheek out. There you go. Like that, yeah. The way you don't want to go. Open this.
10.
Okay, we're going to come back up nice and tall. And you'll notice that you use your hips differently. It's unintentional, but that's how we get that unintentional hip. Heads over the top of the body. You're going to push those hips forward. We're going to get a deep stretch at gastroc last time. Abs nice and tight.
10.
Okay, I can see we're dealing with a little bit of tightness, so we're going to go back to the left foot on the block. Right leg goes back behind you. Suck in your tummy. Knee is over the top of your foot. Rear heel is off the ground. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to hinge forward, come back up. You're using your butt, not your low back. So we're using muscles and not joints. Reach forward, come back. Your right arm is going forward. Abs.
10.
You sure you're counting right? Okay, abs are nice and tight. You're sucking
I
in
will
your
not be questioned.
And then we're going to lift lower that leg. Same side. Oh, yes, yes, yes. We're opening up this right booty cheek. Or, sorry, left booty cheek. Rear leg is straight. Abs are nice and tight.
10.
Okay. Stay in this position. You're taking your hand off the roller now. We're going to do a little bit of running. You really have to get your balance on this one. So core is on, and then you're bringing your knee to your chest and then putting it right back. Abs are nice and tight. Front knee is bent. Front knee is bent, Annie. Don't bite your lip off either. Suck in that tummy. You should feel your butt working. You should feel your hamstring working a little bit. Okay, we're going to switch sides. Well, we'll do something fun today. Abs are nice and tight, sucking your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Push your hips back, no pressure in your low back. Knee is over the top of your foot. You're using your quad and your butt. We're going to hinge forward and come back up. Keep breathing. Your spine goes forward, not your hips. So your hips stay fixated. You're using your glute max and your quad. Suck in that tummy.
10.
Okay. Staying forward, abs are nice and tight, smiles are up. We're going to lift lower that rear leg. Don't bend that rear leg, just lift it up. So that means you're contracting your left butt cheek. Smiles are up, even if you're concentrating. Okay, you're going to release the roller, which will feel awkward at first. Abs are nice and tight, knee to your chest, and then back down. Knee to your chest, back down. Your right hand follows that left leg. Hold your balance. Keep that front leg bent. Ooh.
10.
Okay, good. Come back up to standing. You can push your block aside. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to do a forward fold. Straight spine. You can even put your hands on your knees. We're going to stop short with a straight spine. Stick out your booty. Tighten your pelvic floor. Like squeeze like you had 10 cups of coffee. Suck in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. And then we're going to go the rest of the way. You're going to keep your heels down, your legs straight. Legs straight, Annie. Abs are nice and tight. And then you're going to bend your knees again, hands on your knees. We're going to go into this position as we do some sit-ups. Suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy and release. Unless you practice sucking in your tummy will start to hang out because it has nothing better to do. And good. We're going to come up nice and tall. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to suck in your tummy. Take your hands over top of your head. We're going to do sit-ups in this weird position. Suck in your tummy and release. Suck in your tummy. Do not clench your butt.
10.
Okay. Oh, I can tell it's going to be brutal with Maria's counting today. From this position, you're going to go heavy on your left leg. You're going to take your right leg out to the side. It's like you're peeing on a fire hydrant. Turn your left knee out to the left. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. We're working the glute medius and your obliques. You're going to lift, lift, lift up this leg. Knee is higher than your foot. Abs are nice
10.
and tight. You're sucking your tummy. We're going to do a kickback. You're going to kick back. Abs are nice and tight. You're leading with your heel like your legs sliding on a countertop. Because we do this all the time when we push people food. You hungry? Here, have a salad. Have a toe jam sandwich. Suck in your tummy.
10.
Sure you're counting right?
Really want to go there?
Right?
Okay, we're gonna stand on this knee. We're gonna turn the knee out to the right as we lift the left knee open. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy, and you're gonna lift. Notice if one side's tighter than the other. One side's harder to lift than the other. This is how we form that unintentional limp, by having unintentional imbalance. Kick back. Ooh, what am I kicking? I'm kicking the ballet bar. Slide along a countertop. Go all the way back, and bring it to your side.
We miss you when you're not here, Constance.
What?
Somebody appreciates me.
I gave you a bigger value.
10.
Oh, okay, good. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to take your right leg across midline now. Abs are nice and tight. You're going to lean forward, your front leg is bent. You're going to clench both your butt cheeks on this one. And you're going to take your leg off the ground. You're going to squeeze your leg across midline. Abs are nice and tight. This is so you have really good form bowling.
10.
We're going to go 20 on this one because it is such a strong muscle. Really try to get both butt cheeks working, your adductors working.
20.
Okay, we'll switch sides. Abs are nice and tight, rear leg is straight, punching both butt cheeks, sucking in your tummy, and lift. Your abs are protecting your back, so there's no pressure in your low back. Smiles are up.
$16. 20.
Okay, good. Now we can start. We're warmed up. Left foot is forward, right foot is back. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. We're going to reach for the ground. Come back up, straight spine. Abs are nice and tight. Then you're going to lower down. We're going to come back up, and we're going to reach forward. No pressure in your low back. This is all happening from your butt. Abs nice and tight, straight spine. All the way up, then down. Keep breathing. What number is that?
7.
Oh. See? See?
Last one. 10.
Okay, let us switch sides. You should feel your booty working. Not your hip, but your booty. Okay?
I'm keeping everyone honest.
Yes. Honesty. Abs are nice and tight. Now we found out why honesty is so difficult. Abs are nice and tight. Keep breathing. And lower down. Keep the working muscles and out of your joints. Your knees are not working on this one. Your quads are, your butt is. Your low back is not. That's a series of bunch of joints. We don't want your low back working. We want your abs working. Suck in your tummy. Keep breathing. No turning purple. Abs. So when I was a kid, 3 of my friends wanted to see if you actually turned blue if you held your breath. So we all sat there and held our breath, seeing if we turned blue.
10.
But I'm pretty sure I blacked out. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking our tummy. Shoulder blades are down and back. Just feel what it feels like. You've activated your quads and your butt. You should not feel your knees or your low back. Hip circles. Keep breathing.
Opposite direction.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to do a Maria sit-up, which is kind of interesting because it depends on your height. So if you're about average height, you can just use the roller. If you're taller, you may have to stack up the roller on top of a block. If you're shorter, you may have to stand on blocks and use it. So what we're going to do, and I work out to be the average, so it's kind of cool. We're going to put the roller off to our left. You're going to put your elbow on the roller. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Chest is up. You want a 50-50 weight distribution through both feet. This is the hard part. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. This is a sit-up, so we're working the abs and not the neck. You're going to try to crush the roller into the ground.
Try not to use your shoulders and your arms.
Suck in that tummy as you push down. Suck it in, suck it in.
So really try to focus on squeezing your obliques. You should feel that area under your armpit. Squeezing.
Keep breathing.
10.
Okay, stay in this position. We're going to modify it now. Keep pushing down on the roller like it's trying to escape, and then you're going to lift your left foot off the ground. Don't let the work go into your neck. It should stay in your oblique. Keep breathing.
Exhale, squeeze.
Suck in that tummy. We mainly want the heel off the ground.
10.
Okay, good. Now, staying in this position, this will be the easier of the two. You're going to lift lower your right foot. Suck in that tummy, though. Smiles are up. Chest is up.
10.
Switch sides. Elbows down. Abs are nice and tight. Chest is up. You're engaging your oblique. Squeeze your shoulder blades down and back. Chest is open. Crush down on that roller. Crush it into the ground. Suck in that tummy. We're looking for your oblique to cramp, not your neck or not your shoulder or your jaw.
10.
Okay, here we go. Lift lower, lift lower. Notice one side is definitely harder than the other side. This side you don't lift so well on. That's creating that unintentional limp. Okay, and then we're going to switch. This should be super easy, but keep your obliques on, keep your abs on. Chest up, eyes up, heart up, smiles up.
10.
Okay, we're going to switch back to the other side. Should feel pretty crampy in your sides if you've done everything correctly. Abs are nice and tight. This time you could take your arm over the top of your head. Try to get 50-50 weight distribution. You're crushing down on the roller. And now, keeping both legs straight, you're going to swing, 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 swing that left leg. Don't bend your knee. Got to pull through your hip. This is functional, strengthening, and movement. Abs are nice and tight. Arm up in the air.
Stick your tongue out and... 10.
Okay, switch sides. Notice if it went into your neck. That's where it wasn't supposed to go. Arm goes over top of your head. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Swing, 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 swing. Notice if one side's easier or harder than the other side. These are sit-ups.
10.
Okay. Roller goes in front of you. You're going to put your elbows on the roller. If you had a block, Continue to use the block. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. Once again, you're trying to push the roller into the ground. You're arching your back a tiny little bit. But what you're not doing is clenching your butt or overusing your neck and shoulders. Keep breathing. Suck in that tummy and relax. Suck it in, relax. Smiles are up.
20.
Okay, now we come up, 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 arch in the opposite direction. Draw your shoulder blades down and back. Keep your abs engaged. You're doing sit-ups again. Suck in that tummy and release. Suck in your tummy, release. Smiles are up. Close up that rib cage. Heart is forward.
10. Or are we going to do 20?
That's the 20. This is a good one. Okay, good. Yay! Let's see. What are we going to do? We're going to come down onto our knee. So on your knee, you're going to see what it feels like to be on top of this block. Head is over the top of the block as always. Abs are engaged. We do our hip circles just to activate that righting reflex. Keep breathing. Relax your mouths.
Opposite direction.
Again, you're trying to circumduct the hip joint. So nice, clean, smooth motion through your hips. No jarring motions in there.
10.
Okay. Keep that left hand forward, right hand back. Abs are nice and tight. Left toes off the ground. Left toes. There you go. Now you're going to lift, hold, gently lower. You're going to work your balance. Smiles are up. Suck in that tummy. Lift, hold, gently lower. It's not. Abs are nice and tight. Lift, hold, gently lower. So I spent 1 year at the University of Notre Dame. We'll switch sides. And there's this little lake at Notre Dame. I think they call it Du Lac. It's not really a lake. It's just a congregation of water, but in the winter it freezes. And if it freezes, it's actually faster to get on campus. And being from California and never really seeing frozen water, I'm like, that's close enough. And my other friend from Santa Barbara and I were walking across this thing, and in the middle, it just gave away. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're going to do our hip circles. Keep that head over the top of the block. But lucky it was only like 1.5 feet deep. It wasn't.
Opposite direction.
But ice in a body of ice, when it starts to break, makes the most interesting noise. You know something is going wrong.
10.
Okay, here we go. Right hand forward, left hand back. Right toes off the ground. You're going to lift, hold, gently lower. Lift, hold, gently lower, Annie. Keep breathing. This is working on one leg balance without compensation into your knee or your foot because they can't work right now. Good. Switching sides. Abs are nice and tight. Your toes are off the ground. We're going to try it. Hands going to stick them up. You're going to lift, hold, keep that leg in the air, and then start your hip circles. Woo. Oh, serious? Ooh. This comes in handy.
10.
Wait, go in the opposite direction. I got to get this. I don't know why I'm off balance today. But this is good. This allows you to assess. So the last two classes I've been falling to the left. I have to correct that. Switch sides. Hands and stick them up. Abs are nice and tight. And then here we go. Hip circle it. Hip circle, hip circle, hip circle, hip circle, hip circle. Foot's off the ground. Both feet are off the ground.
10.
Opposite direction.
Just do that successfully.
Yeah, it looks like people are doing finger painting.
10.
Okay. Switch sides. Okay, you can put your roller off to your right. You're going to take your left leg back behind you. Sorry, right leg back behind you. Sorry, right leg. Okay, get your balance first. Okay, then release the roller. You're going to hold your balance. The arms go back behind you. You're going to hinge forward, suck in that tummy, and then come back up. You're working one booty cheek without compensating through your knee or your foot or your ankle. Abs are nice and tight. Because Gillen says we don't do enough butt and hip work anymore.
Not true. Is he saying about true?
10.
Switch sides. You can use your roller to sit yourself up. Sucking your tummy, shoulder blades down and back, abs nice and tight. Here you go. Same thing on this side. Notice what your balance is like on this side. Notice if there's a weakness on one side versus the other. Weakness oftentimes leads to pain. Suck in that tummy. So this is increasing the load into the hip, so it's making more obvious any imbalances that you might have. Abs.
10.
Oh, okay. Come into kneeling. For no particular reason. Keep breathing. You're stretching out your quads. You should not feel your low back. We've done nothing to work the low back yet. Okay. Block will go underneath your right knee. Your hands are on the ground. You're going to turn your left knee into a pile driver. You're going to try to hit the ground and then lift up, touch the ground, lift up. You're using your abs. You're using your right butt cheek to do this. Lift up, lift and lower. Abs are nice and tight. So not only touch the ground, but lift your hip up. So touch the ground, then lift your hip up in the air, and then back down. Make sure you're using your right hip and not your left hip.
10.
We're going to do 5 more. And then lift, lower, lift. Okay.
5.
Okay, perfect. Let's switch sides so I can just remember what we did. Lower down, try to touch this knee to the ground, lift up. Notice if one hip can do it better than the other. Do you feel the difference? We want balance. We don't like when our checkbook says we have a lot of money and our bank account says we don't. We like balance. Abs are nice and tight.
Eleven.
Let's do 15.
12. 13. 14. 15.
Very nice. We're going to rest for a second. I want you to feel what your hips feel like. Feel what it feels like to work your hips. Now, we're going to work the 2 positions. We're going to work the lower position, and then we're going to work the upper position. So the way that's going to look like is you'll be in this, on our all fours plate way, and then you're going to lower your knee as close as you can to the ground. So your right knee's on the block. You're lowering your left knee as close as you can to the ground. Without opening up your right hip, you're going to take your left leg out to the side. That means you're contracting hard your left butt cheek, and your right hip is staying in a very acute angle. Suck in that tummy. I come help you. Now lift up this leg.
10.
Feel the difference? We'll do 15.
Sorry, guys.
Feel the difference?
Yeah.
15.
Okay, now we're going to go into the high position which everyone wanted to go into. You're going to lift that knee up, 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 up in the air. And you're going to notice that you're using your right butt cheek a little bit more than you were before. Try to keep your hips over to left. They'll want to sneak over to the right. Don't let them sneak over to the right. Keep breathing. Up, up, up. Here. And lower and up. What number is that?
10.
Okay, we'll only do 10 of those. Okay, then we're going to switch sides. We're going to start out in our low position, go low, 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 low. Abs are nice and tight. So you're elongating the fibers on your left butt cheek, and then you're going to move from your right butt cheek. Notice if it's easier on one side than the other. Keep breathing. Now lift your leg out to the side. There you go. What number is that?
13. 15.
Okay. So now you're going to lift into the high position. Lift, 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 lift. And then you're going to take your leg out the side. Keep your hips over to the right. Keep breathing. Up, 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 up. Higher, higher. There you go.
10.
Higher. Okay, good. So you're learning out that your hips have two separate functions, an open and closed position, and you may have weakness in one of the two positions. Yeah, let's go ahead and lean back. From all that running around I did. Suck in your tummy and then release. Make that tummy disappear. We're all going to be magicians. Abracadabra! Hocus pocus. Make my belly go away. Okay, now. No, okay.
20.
Okay, now curl your toes under, push your heels back. This is why Maria counts the money. I'm pretty sure we had the right amount. Abs are nice and tight. Suck that tummy in, change the shape of your abdomen. Feel the stretch of these, your quad muscles. Smiles are up. Gillen's looking for clocks anywhere she can. What time is it?
17.
All right.
20.
Okay, good. All right. We'll quickly do our pelvic floor exercises, block, ball. It's only because I think these are very, very important because more people suffer with pelvic floor issues than they ever thought. How do I know? Because both Maria and I work with people with neck problems. Neck problems are a sign of weak pelvic floor. Chest up, head over top of the ball, shoulder blades are down back. Just move your head around. Just get everything working first. Get your abs stabilized. Make sure that pelvic floor is on. That ball is midway between your pubic bone and your tailbone. And you're breathing. Smiles are up. Okay. Here we go. Hands on your thighs, chest up nice and tall. Close up your rib cage. You're going to push down on your thighs. Shoulder blades are down and back. Keep your rib cage closed. You're going to suck in your tummy as hard as you can. Tighten your pelvic floor. Suck it in, release. Suck it in, release. Cramps? Cramps are your body trying to learn.
10.
Okay, good. Abs are nice and tight. What should we do here? We're going to interlock your fingers behind our back. Abs are nice and tight. Get your hands away from your butt. So once they're there, I want you to move your neck all around. Suck in that tummy. Wiggle that neck around. Open up all sorts of things. These are called your scalenes. These are important to open up. You're also opening up a whole lot of lymphatics to your head and your sinuses, your ears, your nose, and your throat. And really, if you want to get out of a conversation quickly, if someone's talking to you, just start moving your head around like this, like, yeah, I get what you're saying.
Is that what that was?
We're going to do my new favorite. You're going to put your left hand on your right shoulder, right hand on left shoulder. Same thing, just move your head and neck around. Sorry, people listening to the recording and hearing me, you got really muffled. Keep your abs engaged though. Abs, abs, abs. Okay, we're going to switch our grip. Ideally, what should be happening is you should feel your ear canals opening up. That's always a really cool event that happens when you start moving the neck around properly, and it helps drain out what's ever in your ears and your sinuses. Okay, release. Take your right leg forward, left leg back. You're here like this. Abs are nice and tight. You're sucking in your tummy. We're going to work on balance again. Suck in your tummy. Left hand forward, right hand back. You're going to lift, hold, gently lower. Lift, hold, gently lower. Suck in that tummy. Keep breathing.
10.
Okay, switch sides. Chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back, abs are nice and tight. You're going to take your right arm forward, left arm back, abs nice and tight. So funny, it's fall break, I guess, and that's why we're seeing a lot of little kids walk around with parents, because parents don't know what to do with their kids. But I just remember there used to be such a lovely
10.
Staples commercial. Both hands go forward, abs are nice and tight. And it was in the fall when school is starting, and Staples would play It's a Most Wonderful Time of the Year. And it's the parents in the background tossing notebooks and pencils into the cart while the kids are like pouting as they're pushing the cart. Their abs are nice and tight, suck in your tummy. And we're going to bounce. Work that pelvic floor. We're setting you up for sit-ups. You're breathing. And you can move things around. So I started this neat habit walking in the morning, and part of the neat habit in walking in the morning is looking around. And it's really important if you're looking around that you don't fall over.
Especially on the sidewalks in my neighborhood, there's a lot of...
Yeah. It's so funny. Cindy doesn't believe that I'm hiking, but obviously she's never walked the streets in Kailua, because the sidewalks in Kailua are actually more difficult than the hiking trails. It's all uneven. They got big old potholes. And I love it when it rains and the cars feel like they need to get you wet. Okay, hands on your knees. So I do hike in the mornings. Abs are nice and tight.
Obstacle race.
This morning it was sprinting between the big water puddles before the cars came. Abs. Is it time? Okay. Mm-hmm. All right, we're gonna head to the ground. I'm really sad. My clear coat is coming off. Okay. Ball's gonna go in the small of your back. Abs are nice and tight. Feet are flat on the ground, feet are parallel, shoulder blades are down back. I want you to pop your chest up. and then close your rib cage. You're sucking in your tummy. We're going to do this, and it's really important you don't clench your butt. You're going to lift your tail up off the ground and then lower it back down. You're using only your abs. You're not even using your thighs on this one. No butt. Smiles are up. It's like the ground's really hot. Sucking that tummy. Okay. Abs are nice and tight. Arms go up in front of you. You're going to lean back as far as you can comfortably go, and then you're going to come up just 1 inch and then go back to that just barely comfortable position. Suck in your tummy. Suck in your tummy. Your smiles are up. Your eyeballs are relaxed.
10.
Okay, hands go back behind you for a rest for a second. We're going to suck in our tummy because we're going to go for a walk after this. Okay, chest goes up, abs nice and tight. You're sucking your tummy. You're leaning back to just before it becomes uncomfortable. Sucking in your tummy. You're going for a walk. Opposite hand, opposite foot. Sucking that tummy. Smiles are up. Gentle footsteps. Keep breathing.
13. 19, 20.
Okay, arch over the top of the ball.
Is that an OPN?
Yes, that was very much an OPN. Rock from side to side. Abs are nice and tight. Oh. If you feel pressure in your low back, that means you use your psoas muscle. If you feel pressure in the front of your hips, you use your iliacus. But if you feel pressure and a good feeling in what would be your six pack, you did this correctly, you used your abs. Okay, oh yeah, we have enough time. We're gonna sit back up again. We're gonna put our feet off to the right. The ball's gonna go slightly under your left butt cheek. You'll look like this. We're gonna do our I'm a little teapot exercises along with Godzilla is coming. Abs are nice and tight. Shoulder blades are down and back. You're sucking in your tummy. We're gonna start out here. I want you to be up nice and tall, and you're gonna suck in your tummy and then release. Suck in your tummy and release. Notice that your chest is not moving for your abs to come in. That's what we're looking for. We're also looking for your right side obliques.
10.
Okay, hands and stick them up. Now we're gonna do I'm a little teapot. You're gonna go over to the right, suck in your tummy. So there is an international championships for I'm a little teapot dancing.
10.
Okay, we're gonna rotate over to the right, and we're gonna continue this. Get your internal oblique. Abs are nice and tight, chest stays up. Just like there's an international rock, paper, scissor competition. International. But who studies that international rock, paper, scissor competition more than anybody else does?
Yes.
The NSA. Because it has to do with pre-cellular cognition. Because people are getting to the point they can predict the other person. It's not chance anymore. It exceeds chance. Abs nice and tight. I love cool stuff like that.
Nerd.
Not nerd.
Are you going to do the competition? Are you going to do that?
I would love to, but I suck at it. Yeah, they're trying to figure out if it's visual cues or if they're feeling something energetically that they can predict. Because it's going beyond statistical values. That's what's really cool. Abs are nice and tight, hands are and stick them up. Here we go. We're going to lift this leg up and lower back down. Lift and lower.
What's the prize? What's the prize if you win?
They get a shirt. What else do you need?
10.
It's just like I was watching the national Scrabble championships, and they win like 10. Yeah, they were the Scrabble board, and just recently they raised a pot to $10,000. But I mean, it is incredible watching them play. Switch sides.
Oh, you got the ball in your hand?
Yeah, that's okay. That was good for you on that side. Abs are nice and tight, chest is up, shoulder blades are down and back. You're sucking in your tummy. We're going to start out by just lifting and sucking. Breathing. Lift, suck it in. Jaws relaxed. Yeah.
19.
Okay.
20.
Okay, arms stick them up. I'm a little teapot to the left. Oh, I forgot. The Godzilla is coming. Abs are nice and tight. Oh well. We'll go back and get it.
10.
Okay, rotate off to the left. The abs are nice and tight. These are your internal obliques. Keep breathing, keep sucking in your tummy. Okay, good. Since I forgot it, we're going to go back. Switch our legs back to the other side.
We're not going to finish this side?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. We're going to finish this side. Wait, hands and stick them up. We're going to lift and lower this leg.
No, we got to go other way, right?
Did we didn't do that on the other side.
We did.
That's why I have to go back.
Oh, don't.
That's why we have to go back. I forgot it. Abs are nice and tight. You're using your obliques.
Hey.
We won't mind.
No. I don't want you to feel cheated. Now we're going to switch back to the other side. Okay, you're in this position. You're going to rotate to the left now. You're going to take your arms to the left and you're going to lean back to the right. This is working the external oblique. This is what we forgot on the other side. Keep breathing. They're waving at me. Okay, you're going to arc over the top of the ball. So you're going to lean over the top of the ball and stretch. If you want, you can take your left ankle, put it over your right knee, and you can stretch even more. Oh. This is opening up that flank.
Your both legs are going to be kind of flat on the...
What's going on over there?
That's why that
interpretive dance.
That little boy out there was like, "Those are my people in there."
Okie dokie. Let's do the other side. First, we have to do the muscles, and then we can do the stretch. Legs go up to the left. We're going to rotate to the right. Chest goes up nice and tall. Hands and stick them up. You're going to lean back over to the left. This is working that external oblique. This is why imbalancing the obliques often cause your back to go out, and that's why we're balancing them.
10.
Okay. Now you can arc over this side. Oh, you can cross your legs if you want. Oh. And Suzanne can do whatever she's doing. Her ball's broken, that's why. Open this side flank, so you're opening up your obliques, you're opening up your latissimus dorsi, helping to prevent a lot of shoulder problems. Okay, just because I saw it, we're going to do it. You're going to get your little lacrosse ball. And you're going to put it underneath your left hip. Oh, your right leg's going to be bent. Left leg is straight, and you're rolling the lacrosse ball over your hip. This should not be painful. If it is, it's not because of the ball. It's because of something you're doing during the day. If you're more back like this, you're going to get your glute minimus. If you're right on top of it, it's glute medius. If you're more forward, you get something called the tensor fasciolata. Either way, get whatever needs to open up. Smiles are up.
It's crunchy when I move back and forth.
Yeah, it's just the tendons are really tight.
Tap dancing.
Yeah. Smiles are up. Have you ever watched old Gene Kelly movies and tap dance along?
No, not that good.
Oh,
And dance a little. They do this? Did they do this?
I'm sure they did this.
I'm sure.
They just never talked about it.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to do the other side. Oh. Same thing on this side. See if it's as tight or as painful or less tight, less painful. Bottom leg is straight. Oh. You can open your mouth as widely as you want. That may help, but it usually doesn't.
It helps straighten my leg.
Yeah. I mean, I love Fred Astaire and I love Gene Kelly, but the most physical dancer was, what's his name? Donald O'Connor? Yeah, he was really physical. And there were two twins. I forgot what their names were. Holy smokes. We'll roll on this side a little bit longer since everyone's enjoying it. Right, Annie?
Self-inflicted pain in so many levels.
Okay, we're coming back to kneeling now. Oh. We can change out the music now, too.
You make the whole torture thing back.
We're bringing back torture. Corporal punishment in schools. Abs are nice and tight. Suck in your tummy, and you're just going to do a like child's pose. And see if you can open up your hips, or if they opened up. Yeah. When I was in school, teachers were still allowed to hit students. Can you imagine if that happened now?
I had a ruler slap a couple times on my hand.
Yeah.
I got flipped in PE and dented my ribs.
Oh my goodness. You flipped like
Asked me like,
Yeah. Look out. The kids got it easy now. Abs are nice and tight. We're going to finish out by going on the roller lengthwise. Okay, this is where we can identify some of unintentional limp. You're going to take your hands straight up in the air. And you're just going to breathe, and you're going to feel your body rock from side to side. It just naturally happens. If you find yourself rocking to one side more than the other, you have an unintentional limp. But if you're nicely undulating equally to both sides, left and right, just keep breathing. And then try to balance it out. If you do find that imbalance, spend as much time on the left as you do the right. Keep those feet parallel, knees over the tops of your feet. Oh. Jaws relaxed. And now just rest your hands down. You can still probably feel the slight undulation, and that's good. Try to balance it out still, even though your arms are on the ground. Notice what your breath feels like. So that unintentional limp can sneak into our system and we can adapt a behavior that to your central nervous system, it's no different than if you sprained your ankle or hurt your knee and you're trying to get pressure off of it and you're wounded. But the thing with the unintentional limp is it has to be trained out of you so it's not there. Otherwise, it progresses. And then going back to the first piece that we talked about, the natural athlete will have among the hardest times at this because they don't know how to analyze and break things down to correct it. But typically, your natural athlete has pretty good balance to start out with until they're injured. So don't be discouraged as you are going through your childhood into your adulthood. You weren't like the top athlete, but you slowly figured things out because you're going to have a better life. Because anytime you do find an ache and a pain, you'll be willing to analyze and correct it, whereas the natural athlete will just give up. Come into breathing. The other thing natural athletes do is if they can't do something well, they avoid it. And that is why a lot of times natural athletes come to this class for the first time and they never come back. It's because it identifies all the weaknesses and they don't have a solution for it. And it's not that they're bad people, it's just that it's hard being a natural athlete and have to work on something. And that's a great thing. Because natural athletes tend to live or have a shorter, healthy life expanse because they give up too easily. So breathe. And trained athletes correct things. So they can see things in diet, they can see things in their personality, they can see things in their movement, and they can modify it. But what's really cool is when a natural athlete learns to break movements apart and correct it, and their personality also changes. So keep breathing, stay in your center. You guys have done an amazing job. And on behalf of Maria and me, we'd like to thank you for being here, showing up, supporting us, doing the crazy things we ask of you. We appreciate you very much, and namaste.
Namaste.
Gently roll off your rollers onto your back. See what the ground feels like underneath you.